6 is Terry Martin.
Several topics I want to cover. The first thing I want to talk about is, I've seen city councillors recuse themselves from meetings when they had a conflict of interest. And I want to remind you once again that the city charter says the council must remain free of undue influence. Vision Vancouver received $10,950 in the previous election campaign, and all of the Vision councillors benefited from that money, and I say that's undue influence, and I say you don't have a right to vote in this.
The city planning and engineering departments have decided that this part of Watson Street won't abide by the plan per an email, and instead it will have loading bays for 53-foot trucks and an entrance for the commercial and residential parking. This goes completely against the council-approved plan.
So in the context of this development proposal, I wouldn't call the podium tower a spaceship. It seems more like a satellite to me.
You can see or not see the value of people of my income in your neighborhood, community, or city. But I would argue that we're worthwhile, and this doesn't help us at all.
In my personal opinion, there's nothing remarkable about this project. Nothing that makes me, a lover of architecture, a defender of the unusual, the different, the remarkable, to say, this will change our neighborhood for good. This will be fantastic 100 years from now. I can't wait for this. I want it to block my view of the mountains. This is amazing. This building is my neighborhood identity. No.
Affordability is a concern for us, for people in the community.
The section referring to the Rize site does not mention rezoning. It says, support the design of an iconic landmark building.
Ensure that you understand this. The views and wishes expressed by the man ultimately responsible for this project are of no greater importance than those of the poorest, most impoverished member of the community. To deem that this is not so is to rob us of our equal rights as Canadian citizens.
Also, I don't like the fact that the spots inside are made for big retail. I think that this area thrives on small businesses.
Being on the west side of Kingsway and midway along the slope will really diminish the whole hill-town feel of this prominent section of the neighborhood.
The man passing me said, "Yikes, it's turning into Yale Town around here." Story 2, Easton's East, which wants to move, is in a fight with the planning department, but not matching its exterior with the McDonald's on one side and the liquor store on the other. Story 3. Today, one of the owners of Rize, which is across the street from the proposed development, pretty much, told me that their rent has doubled since they opened, and quote, "If it goes up anymore, we won't be able to stay here," and I'm sure they're not alone.
A building that would respect all the other new mid-rise condos would be a welcome addition to the building. Thank you very much.
Give us something we can love. It's not like we won't take anything. Really, it's a growing city, and bring it on, but really bring it respectfully, because we're working hard to make it work for everybody.
It doesn't make it enough to make it a Mount Pleasant building. I think it just doesn't feel like it's been made for the neighborhood to me. It's going to feel like it's from a part of the other city, and we're trying to really make it work in Mount Pleasant, even though it's not going to.
I don't walk down the street without running into a friend, a neighbor, somebody who works in a store. The guy who sells me bottles of Coke and cigarettes at the convenience store passed away earlier this spring, and there was a huge mourning in the neighborhood. It was like John, the guy who runs the convenience store, passed away, and I've never lived anywhere where you're on first-name basis with the guy who runs the bookstore, the guy who serves you coffee.
So, I want to start by saying that I've been here every night so far. This is the first night that I've sat in the gallery, and it's been pretty enlightening. It's more than abundantly clear that we have a councillor here who is detached, disinterested, preoccupied with other stuff. We've got a council who, what I've seen come up there is that only 2 are taking meaningful or relevant notes. We have a council who plays on their phones. We've got a lot of stuff going on while people are here talking. So please, I beg you, respect the people, respect the process. I mean, it's just, it kills me. It kills me.
I'm a supporter of densification, but densification that's done responsibly. This is not being done in even the most remote sense responsibly.
There's an important idea here that public equity, a sum of public goods, or an account of them, which exists and that shouldn't be available for conversion into private profit for a limited few and to the detriment of everyone else.
It felt to me much more like a Kingsway, the Kingsway neighborhood development, as opposed to, I suppose that's nominally Mount Pleasant, but I never really thought of that as Mount Pleasant.
That for these sites, any additional height and density would be contingent upon further urban design analysis, including the ability of people to see and walk through the site. That's not going to happen here.